Let's make some Finnish cardamom rolls. Yum. Okay, you're gonna warm up 1 cup of whatever milk you want, and then you're gonna add in half a cup of sugar and 4 teaspoons of active dry yeast. We keep ours in the freezer, that's why it's got a little frost on it. 4 teaspoons of that into your sugar and milk mixture. Look at all that sugar at the bottom. Yum. And then you're just gonna mix it up with a spoon or a knife or a fork or whatever you have, and let that sit for about 10 minutes until it's like a bubbly. Okay, to your KitchenAid, you're gonna add in 1 stick of unsalted butter that has been brought to like room temperature, a tablespoon of cardamom, half a teaspoon of cinnamon. Cinnamon is optional. I think it'll be really good in it. And 2 eggs, and we're gonna fit it with a paddle attachment and beat that a little bit. Okay, the yeast has grown, so we are going to add this to the eggs, butter, cardamom, and salt. We're gonna attach our dough hook and start it mixing. Okay, then we are gonna slowly add in 4 cups of all-purpose flour until it forms a dough, and just turn that on low and just add all 4 cups, 1 at a time though. Okay, this is what you want your dough to look like. It's sticky, but it's not sticking to my fingers. That's my husband. Okay, I oiled the same KitchenAid mixer that I used, and I'm just gonna drop it in here and let it sit for probably like an hour or so, or until it doubles. And make sure you cover it. Okay, dough has definitely doubled. It's been almost an hour and a half, so I'm gonna divide it or roll it out. And do it like on a cutting board or your table or whatever, but just divide it and then do some flour. And before you do any of that, melt like half a stick of butter so it can get cooling down. Okay, it is pretty thin and kind of in a rectangle, so that's what you're going for. Okay, I put about 2 or 3 tablespoons of butter on there, and I'm just going to spread it around with my fingers and make sure I get all the edges. Okay, to a bowl I added about half a cup of white sugar, 1/4 of a teaspoon of cardamom, and about half a teaspoon cinnamon, and I'm just going to mix that around and then sprinkle it onto my dough. Okay, and then you can just spread that out with your hands if there's too much in one area. And then one chef of mine told me I had to write the word love in it whenever making rolls, so that you always know that it's made with love. That part is optional. Okay, and then you can either roll these up, or I'm going to try a new technique where you cut them into strips and then you roll those strips up. So I'm going to try it that way instead of rolling one big one and cutting those up. Okay, just like that, and then I'm just going to take it and start rolling, baby. Okay, these guys have doubled. These guys have not. So I'm gonna throw these in for about 10 minutes, rotate, and maybe do another 10 minutes. Wow, Zorita, those look so good and smell so good. I'm gonna let them cool and then probably put like a powdered sugar, butter, and milk frosting on them. A very simple frosting. And then eat them. They look so good. They might just be good on their own, but I think frosting will be good. I baked them for 10 minutes and then rotated them for another 10 minutes, and the oven is at 375, by the way. Okay, there's the second pan, and I've frosted these guys with, I did powdered sugar, some butter, some milk, and some vanilla, and I just threw it on there, so let's go see how the hubby likes it. My hubby and I liked the cardamom rolls, but I definitely think next time I'll add like half the amount of the spice. And add some orange zest into it, because I think orange would have just gone amazing with it. My coworkers think that it needed like a cream cheese frosting or something. I personally think the frosting was perfect on it. I don't like my cinnamon rolls super sweet, so I thought it was pretty good, but they all thought that it needed a frosting on it or more glaze, I think. So I really enjoyed it though, and I'll definitely make them again. Just make some simple tweaks. So hope you guys have a good night, and we'll see you later. Say bye, Lucy. Bye, baby.